One of the CIA agents under suspicion was a counterintelligence specialist named William Harvey.
Could you tell this committee who the individuals were involving mafia chieftains or organized crime figures?
As far as I'm aware, on that particular situation, it was William K. Harvey who was in touch with John Roselli, and it was Harvey and Roselli who were attempting to find, if I understood it correctly, some channel from Florida into Havana.
Why was Harvey under investigation? William King Harvey, known throughout intelligence as the American James Bond, was assigned by Deputy Director Richard Bissell and Director of Plans Richard Helms to head an executive action program for the CIA, which was created to develop assassination attempts against foreign leaders. A mysterious man who was rarely photographed, William Harvey was famous for building a tunnel into Soviet territory in Berlin, what became known as Harvey's Hole. He was on a fast track at the CIA, destined for a role at the top of the agency. Harvey had held many positions over the years that made him suspicious to the committee. Besides his relationship with Roselli, he was one of only 3 people involved in a covert program to send false defectors into the Soviet Union, and was undoubtedly aware of Oswald's defection. As head of the Executive Action Program to assassinate Castro, he developed a profile of the ideal assassin. In his handwritten notes for the program, codenamed ZR Rifle, he defines the ideal assassin as a person with communist credentials that can be used if the cover is blown. Finally, Harvey hated the Kennedys. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, he had a confrontation with Bobby Kennedy that virtually ended his career, exiling him to an intelligence station in Rome.
I just heard about it because one of the fellows who was going to go wrote me, or got in touch with me and said, we don't mind going, but we want to make sure we're going because you think it's worthwhile. And I checked into it. Nobody knew about it. And then the CIA didn't, the top officials didn't, and we pinned it down to the fellow who was supposed to be in charge, and he said we planned it because the military wanted it done, and I asked the military, and they never heard of it.
Oh my God.
This is the same fellow who did put the tunnel under Berlin, and so he was, you remember that tunnel in 1948? They constructed a tunnel under and built it up into the intelligence office of the, which was a hell of a project. But he did that better than he did this. Of course, I was furious because I said you're dealing with people's lives. And the best of the Cubans, and they're the ones that volunteer, and then you're going to go off with a half-ass operation such as this. We had a meeting at the Pentagon on it. I've never seen him since.
As the House Committee would learn, Harvey maintained his friendship with Johnny Roselli long after his exile to Rome. It was this connection that was of serious interest to the committee, and they wanted to ask Harvey about it. Unfortunately, Harvey died of a massive heart attack within weeks of his scheduled testimony.